Talk about Newburgh now. The school board that banned Black Lives Matter and gay pride flags, deeming them political symbols. Remember, all that has sparked, national attention, and there were student protests, especially at football games and whatnot. It also drew some lawsuit threats from people angry about the ban, including from the ACLU. But brace yourself, because the tables now are turning rather quickly. Now it's the board members themselves, the ones who voted for this ban, who are doing the suing. That rhymes. Why? One word: doxing. And for those of you not familiar with the worst parts of social media, and by the way, I envy you, that word may be foreign. Let me explain. Brian Shannon, the board member who initiated the ban on political symbols there on the left, along with 3 other conservative members of the board, Trevor DeHart, Renee Powell, and Chair David Brown, are suing 4 community members for allegedly doxing them or posting their private information online without their consent. The suit claims the defendants posted about where these school board members work, even a vineyard where board member Renee Powell's artwork was hung up. And the posts allegedly encouraged people to contact the board members' employers. And their attorney says these board members are now afraid.
This has caused a significant amount of anxiety and fear amongst the 4 members who retained me because of the social media based discussions going after them in their personal capacities. The behavior on social media was just completely outrageous. It is clear that attempts were made to get people fired from their jobs, have their art taken down, contact their employers. I mean, these are personal attacks, organized and publicly discussed on social media.
That was a lawyer there. He spoke to us late today from his car. In the lawsuit, by the way, the board members claim that they're having trouble sleeping, they're carrying personal protective equipment, and that they're afraid to go out to eat. And the suit also claims they've had, quote, economic damages, but it doesn't specify how those damages occurred or how much money that we're talking about, and their lawyer didn't want to say in that interview. So all that in mind, let's talk about doxing again. It's worth noting all the information the lawsuit claims was posted on social media was already easy to find online, and because they're elected officials, it is public record. But as the suit points out, it's not just the information that's key here. It's the fact that the plaintiffs were afraid and they suffered damages, they say. And this is going to be up to a judge and how a judge interprets a new Oregon law passed this summer that bans doxing and allows to sue if you are doxed. All up to the judge now. The law says that personal information, what qualifies under the law is a person's home address, personal email address, personal phone number or social security number, contact information for their employer, contact information for their family members, and pictures of their kids or where they went to school. Again, that's what the law considers doxing to be. It also says, among other things, the plaintiff must have been, quote, stalked, harassed, or injured by the disclosure, and that the defendant must have intended for those things to happen. And according to the law, harassment can be as simple as making someone afraid. But again, these are elected officials who are supposed to be held accountable by their constituents. And according to the lawsuit, no one on social media encouraged their followers to do anything but share their concerns with the board members' employers. Regardless, here is what their lawyer has to say.
This isn't about holding elected officials responsible for their decisions. That is, go to the ballot, vote them out, have a recall. But you're starting to attack people and their spouses and their ability to make a living, and branding people publicly as racists and saying that racists shouldn't have jobs. I mean, that is way beyond appropriate.
Now, if you've watched the show, you know this is part of ongoing coverage. We have a ton more on the Newburgh situation at KGW.com. As for tonight, we have reached out to the school board members for comment. 2 of them have responded, and we're working to talk to them next week. Let us know if you have any questions for them that you want us to ask. Email thestory@KGW.com or use that hashtag, thestoryKGW.